Tell the girl they can go get some muffins. Tell the girl they can go get some muffins. Well, I just wanted to make sure. Because I ain't want them to think, oh, muffins made and I can't get none. Put them, get some. No, you can just put them up. I just want to know it was muffins enough for dessert, so. Hey, Chastain, where you been, girl? Not you shut the door first. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, twin. Did you shut the door, twin? Did you shut the door, twin? Hey, Lavonia. Did you shut the door, Lavonia? Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Get ready for story time. You been working, Chastain, okay? Hey, Tay Tay. Yes, thank you, Tay Tay. Let me go ahead and pin that. Yes. Hey, Tasha. Oh, my goodness. Not the vets are showing up tonight. Hey, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Don't forget to close the door as you come in. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, twin. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Donna. All the vets. Tasha, how you been? I ain't heard from you in like forever, girl. We put an APB out on you. The feds said they couldn't even find you, girl. I ain't know what was going on. I was just hoping you was still breathing because you ain't let nobody know if you was or not. Come on in, you guys. I moved to a new place yesterday. Well, congratulations, twin. I hope you love the new place. Thank you for closing the door, Tasha. Don't forget to close the door as you coming in. If you are new to my page, please subscribe, first off. Don't forget to hit that bell. Secondly, share. Thirdly, and don't forget to close the door. And when I say close the door, that means thumbs up the live, okay? Good, twin. I'm glad you saged and everything, because you know how it is about new places. Oh, you been on sabbatical. Okay, so you back now. You back now, Tasha. We want to make sure. Hey, wasted. I miss you too. Come on in, guys. We are going to be starting this story time in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So hurry up, get everything you need, bring it around your device so we can turn up and tell this creepy but true story time for a little while. Okay, that's what's up, Tasha. So if you're new to my page, thank you so much for being here. This page is dedicated to nothing but true creepy stories, okay? Now, there are 3 ways to be included in these story times. Now, the first way to be included in story time is by joining the family. Now, joining the family is a membership, but it's baller budgetable. Before you start talking, it's baller budgetable. $1.99 for the smallest package that I have. It's not going to kill you. It ain't going to make your rent late. None of that crazy junk, okay? Second way to be in story time is any tip over $10 will automatically get you put in story time. Now, you can send that tip through YouTube, Cash App, whichever, however, you'll still be included in story time, okay? Now, the last and final way you can be included in story time is by you becoming Biggest Tipper. Biggest Tipper starts at $35. We ain't had a Biggest Tipper since Miss Tasha here. Yes, Tasha got locks now. So since Miss Tasha here, she was the queen of the hill the last time we had Biggest Tipper. So yes, Biggest Tipper, whoever comes over that tip, and then whoever comes over that tip, and whoever had the biggest tip at the end of the night will be included in 3 back-to-back story times, okay? So that is 3 ways you guys can be included in story time. Don't say Auntie didn't tell you, because I told your ass, okay? Now, we're about to get ready to start story time in 1 minute. Get everything you need, your cakes and snacks, your pies, your cookies, your ice cream, your fish, your pizza, your hot wings, whatever. Bring it around your device. Bring your ass on over. Sit down. Everybody gonna slide over and make room for you to sit your ass down. Don't forget to close the door as you come in. Yes. Hey, Lakeisha, you in story time tonight. You, Tay-Tay, answer me because it's story time tonight. Okay, Tay-Tay, girl, I wish I can get it. I can't get it. Hey, Jasmine. Yes, Tamika, you are in story time tonight. Hey, Carlton, you made it. Okay, guys, we are about to get ready to start story time. It is 7:05 where I am, something to fuck 5 where you are. So we're about to get ready to start story time. If you guys are ready, go ahead and give me them thumbs. Give me them thumbs. Give me those thumbs. Let's go. Let's go. Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Who already? Your story is tonight, Tamika. Lakeisha and Tay Tay are in tonight's story time. Let me get the thumbs. Let me know you guys are ready. You made it, Carlton. Where's Eric? Where's Eric? You're going to have a fit. Yes, please close the door. When I say close the door, that means thumbs up the live. Please subscribe, share, all that good jazz. Let's see. Do we have enough thumbs? Is everybody ready? I'm asking, is everybody ready? Give me a thumbs if you are ready. He gonna be bad. He gonna blame you. He gonna talk shit in my comments. But I already expect that, because that's what he do anyway. But your ass is in trouble if you don't call and say, Auntie y'all, because he gonna swear, I didn't know. Auntie, I was at work. I wasn't even around my phone. You already know how it's gonna go. You better go on and let him know, Carlton. Okay, guys, we're about to get ready to start story time. Carlton's gonna be dialing pretty fast to let Eric know, because Eric's gonna be pissed if Eric doesn't know. Okay, so we're about to get ready to start story time. And like I said, hey Tony. And like I said, we have Lakeisha, Tamika, and Tay Tay. Thank you, Carlton. Lakeisha, Tamika, and Tay Tay are gonna be in tonight's story time. These are my three characters for the night. I hope you guys like the story, like to hear. Here it goes. Now, Lakeisha, Tamika, and Tay Tay. Now, they stayed in a community. Everybody stayed in a community where it's always some creepy ass area, something creepy in that neighborhood that everybody warts everybody away from. This is the type of neighborhood they live in. So it's an old abandoned cabin on the edge of the wood line. Thank you, Tamika. That everybody is. Tamika's already the biggest tipper with 20 balls. Thank you, Tamika. Well, she's got the biggest tip so far. So, okay. So, like I said, it's an old abandoned cabin that's on the edge of the wood line in the community that everybody knows about. All the kids know about it. The high school kids whisper about this shit in whisper tones like it's creepy as fuck. That place is haunted. Don't go there. So everybody know about this place. Even the adults know about this place. They don't believe the haunted part of the shit, but they know about the place. Now, the kids, high school on down, all of them believe this fucking cabin is haunted. Now, of course, when Lakeisha, Tay Tay, and Tamika catch wind of this haunted cabin in their neighborhood, they ain't believe that shit. They ain't believe it. So they was asking people in school about it, and everybody was telling them, like, don't go to that place. Like, that shit is haunted for real. Don't go there. Of course, Tay Tay, Lakeisha, and Tamika ain't believing this shit. So they decide they're going to take their grown asses out there and check it out when they get out of school. So they get out of school and, do homework, all that good jazz. So it's about evening time. It ain't even the afternoon no fucking more. It's evening time when all three of them decide they're going to go out into the goddamn woods to find this cabin. Armed with nothing but a fucking flashlight and hoping for some fun as they go out here into these goddamn woods, right? So all three of them go out into the woods and they got these fucking flashlights and they walk to the edge of the woods and they come upon this old rickety ass abandoned cabin. It's so old that the paint is peeling off this shit. The windows are black. Like, the house looks black from the outside. The windows were black. Everything. The door was barely hanging on the fucking cabin. So all three of them looking at the cabin just laughing about this shit. Like, everybody's scared of this. Like, it's just a fucking abandoned cabin. They ain't thinking this shit, anything wrong with it. So Lakeisha take her grown ass up there and they all walk up the steps to the cabin and Lakeisha kick the door open. Like, boom. They all laugh about that shit and they walk on the inside. As they walking in, them giggles slowly turned to silence. Motherfuckers wasn't laughing no more. When they got inside, started seeing how shit was looking, they weren't laughing no more about this shit. So when they get on the inside, Lakeisha kicked the door open and everything to get in. And Tamika stops in the middle of the room. She just freezes. And of course, Tay Tay and Lakeisha look back at her like, you good? And she's pointing. So they look over to see what she's pointing at, and it's a childlike drawing on the wall. And in this little picture's drawing is three figures with a big black ass mass hovering over all three of the figures. Now they look at this picture and instantly get chills because this picture, these figures kind of sort of have on what they got on. Like the colors of the clothes in the picture was the same, almost the same as what Tamika, Lakeisha, and Tay Tay was wearing. And they looked at that shit, but brushed it off like, you know what? It's a child's drawing. Maybe the baby did this shit. It's okay. And they continue to go on through this cabin exploring. They take their ass upstairs and they get towards the attic. They go upstairs to the attic. When they get upstairs to the attic, it's nothing in the attic but an old dusty ass trunk. They go over to the trunk, open up this trunk, and it's full of porcelain dolls. Face cracked on the dolls, but the dolls have a very blank look, like a very blank stare at a motherfucker. But the faces are cracked and everything. And so Tay Tay reaches down to grab one of the dolls. As she grabs this doll, the attic become cold, like colder than what it was before they got up there. Like instantly, you could feel the temperature drop that fast. They could see their breath. All of a sudden, it was so fucking cold. And Tay Tay stands up with the doll in her hand, and she looking at Tamika and Lakeisha like, why the fuck did it just get so cold? And both of them looking at her, and suddenly Tay Tay feel this doll like twitch in her fucking hand. So she looks at the doll, and now the doll eyes, even though the face is cracked, the eyes are staring right into Tay Tay's eyes. And she's moving, and the doll eyes is following her. Suddenly, it gets so cold, and you hear a faint melody in the background, like a nursery rhyme coming from a music box or some shit. And they hear that like really, really faint. You know what I'm saying? That shit scares them so bad, they throw the damn dog. Tay Tay throws the door down, and they rush back downstairs, scared as fuck. When they get downstairs, they stumble upon a hidden room. Now, as they walking over to this hidden room, Tamika like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where did that room come from? We didn't see that when we first came in here. Lakeisha like, I don't know. So they all like creep around the door of the room to look into the room, and it's an old dusty mirror sitting in this room. Now, Lakeisha, Tamika, and Tay Tay are all looking at this mirror, but for some strange reason, Tamika don't see what everybody else see. Like Tamika sees the figure of three girls in the fucking mirror, and their face is distorted and contorted in the frozen look of like screaming, but their faces are all contorted. And Lakeisha like, do y'all see that shit? And they like, we see you. She like, no, do you see it? Do you see that shit? Like it looked like all three of us in that mirror. Do you see that? And they like, no, we only see you in the mirror. Like, what are you talking about? And the faces started to like move in the mirror. And Lakeisha's looking at this shit like, y'all don't see this shit. And they like, see what? What are you talking about? We only see you. She like, I don't see me. I see three. And before she can get it out her mouth good, the fucking mirror like explodes. Like it just shatters. Like somebody hit that shit. It just shatters. Glass go flying everywhere. All three of them run to go out the door, but suddenly it felt like the cabin was closing in on them. Like the walls was moving and the fucking doors slammed shut. And now they trapped in this dark ass cabin. They can't see shit. They scared, screaming. All of a sudden they hear in the dark, you're not supposed to be here. What the fuck? So all of them just like scrambling. They can't find the door. It's dark as shit. They scared. They screaming. Tay Tay holding on to Lakeisha. Lakeisha holding on to Tamika. They all just fiddling around the fucking door trying to find the door. When suddenly a piece of light shines through the fucking window onto that childlike drawing on the wall. Like the light went straight to that drawing. So all of them look over to the drawing, and the drawing is no longer a drawing. It's like animated now. Now they can see this black mass in the picture growing over the three girl figures that was in that picture. Like the mass is getting bigger and bigger, and suddenly the room is getting smaller. The air is getting less and less. They can barely breathe. You can hear the rumbles of someone coming down the stairs. They just screaming and hollering, trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. Tay Tay sees the light coming from that window, and she rushes for the goddamn window. She hauls ass. I'm talking about a bill 50 coming through the goddamn living room. Didn't give a fuck who she stepped on, ran over, fingers she stepped on. She didn't give a fuck. Tay ran straight through that goddamn living room and jumped out the window while the window was closed. She jumped straight through that shit. Didn't worry about being cut, glass being in her eyes. She didn't give a fuck. She jumped straight out the goddamn window. Boom! When she hit the ground and jumped up, she turned around and looked back to see if Tamika and Lakeisha were behind her. But when she looked back, the same fucking window she just jumped through was fixed. It's like it wasn't even broke. It was fixed. And she could see Lakeisha and Tamika on the other side of that goddamn window inside the cabin, beating, screaming, like, get us out. Please. They screaming and begging. And she can't do shit. Like, the window ain't broke no more. She broke the shit coming through, but it's no longer broke. So she don't know what the fuck to do. She grabs a stick, run up and try to hit the window. This shit is not breaking. Tamika and Lakeisha is screaming their heads off, beating on the fucking glass. She like, I'm gonna go get help. She runs through the woods in the dark, fast as she can, back to the community to try to get help. She runs home. She tell her parents. Her parents call the police. The police says it's too dark to go out right now. We're going to get up first thing in the morning and we're going to look for them. Tay trying to tell them, they at the cabin. I know where they are. We just need cops to go now. But the police was like, it's too dark. We don't want to put people, a search party out there. People get lost in the woods this time of night. We'll do it in the morning. Tay was pissed. She couldn't even sleep. She just stayed up the whole fucking night waiting on the search party to get started to look for Lakeisha and Tamika. So, cracker ass, I'm talking about time, sunlight shine. She was up, running, like, let's go. The search party got together. They put a bunch of people together, spreaded them out, told them to walk through the woods, calling the girls. Tay like, follow me. They're at the fucking cabin at the edge of the woods. When she say that, all the other people, like parents and shit, like, wait a minute. Is she talking about that creepy ass cabin? Like, is she serious? And she's like, I'm dead fucking serious. Like, they're at the cabin. Let's go. So the cops and, search party, they all rush to the cabin. And they get to the cabin. And as they get to the cabin door is open, just barely hanging on like it was when Tay them first got there the day before. The windows were black like it was the day before. Nothing looked like it had changed. She rushes into the cabin. She brings the cops. They all rush into the cabin. She checked the hidden room, screaming, Tamika, Lakeisha, I came back with help. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Come back. She checked the attic. The police and the search party checked that house, that cabin, from inch to inch. And there was no Tamika and Lakeisha. Tay comes out. She's frustrated. She's pissed off. She's scared. She don't know where her friends at. It's like, what the fuck is going on? And as she's walking down the stairs from the cabin to walk over into the woods to try to help look in the woods, maybe they came out in the middle of the night. She goes over towards the woods, and when she looks down, she sees that shattered mirror that was inside the cabin. All she found was that shattered mirror and that childlike drawing sitting right outside the cabin by the woods. And when she looked at the drawing showed the black mask had covered 2 girls. Not 3, but 2. She looked at that drawing. She ran back in the house. She checked for them again. Lakeisha and Tamika was never seen again. Despite all the search parties, despite the days and days of looking for them, these girls was never heard from again. After that happened, parents started talking shit. They need to burn, like, take the fucking cabin down. You need to knock the cabin down. Too many people getting hurt, kids getting missing. Police was like, we just gonna tell the kids to stay from out there. Tay was crushed. These were her friends. She didn't hear from them again, didn't see them no more. Ended up graduating by herself. Graduation night, a lot of the graduates decided they was gonna go, have the little kickback at the abandoned cabin area. So they invite Tay. And Tay said she didn't want to go, but her parents was like, you need to be right, friends. You need to take your mind off everything. And, okay, cool. So she goes. And she sits outside the cabin. She didn't go in the cabin. She stayed outside the cabin, like just sitting there drinking with everybody else. And she looks behind her in the woods and she sees what look like Tamika and Lakeisha standing there. But they look like they were standing on the other side of a clear wall because they were still beating, just like she seen when she left that day. They were still beating, screaming for help. Like she just sees them in the woods, like no sound. She just sees them moving, mouth open. She turns around, she screams, she runs for them. Everybody, all the graduating class out there, like, what? What? She like, Tamika, Lakeisha, there they go, they right there. So everybody started to run to the same spot she running to, but no Tamika, no Lakeisha. They literally was never seen again after going to that cabin. The night that she went and saw all that, saw Lakeisha and Tamika, it was overwhelming for her, so she decided to leave early. She went home. The next day, word was 2 girls went missing while they was out there at that fucking cabin. Now, it was probably 70, 80 kids out there, but these 2 girls go missing and nobody seen nothing. The only thing they knew was one of the girls had to pee. The other girl said she'll go with her. They both went inside the cabin to go pee, and that was the last time anybody seen them. So those 2 girls came up missing. Of course, the search party the next day didn't come up with shit. And after that, after them 2 girls went missing, that's when the sheriff and the town decided, okay, we gonna knock the goddamn cabin down. We ain't gonna leave it up no more. And they finally destroyed the cabin. Scared the fuck out of Tay Tay when they did it because she's like, what the fuck did y'all unleash when y'all destroyed the cabin? Something evil, something sinister was in that fucking cabin when we was in there. What did y'all unleash on the world by knocking that shit down? They eventually destroyed it, but Tamika, Lakeisha, or the other 2 girls that went missing after them never been seen again. It's crazy as shit because people was like, they was out there. Like, how can 2 girls go missing in a crowd of 70 fucking people, but never seen them again. Broke Tay Tay hard, but, she eventually, when she graduated, she moved from the neighborhood or whatever and moved on with her life, but she never forgot that shit. It still bothers her to this day. Her telling me this story brought her to tears to this day. So, yeah, they never found her friends. We got all this social media. Them girls would have popped up. They'd have been on social media some fucking where, somewhere where she can locate them. To this day, they are still considered missing people. So, when you hear rumors about crazy, creepy ass places in your neighborhood where people be in whisper tones talking about that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like mumbling under their breath. People don't even like to talk about it out loud. I don't think those are the places you need to fuck around and find out about. I think you should take everybody goddamn word for what they say happened. I don't give a fuck if they said they saw elephants shitting baby elves on top of this spot. You ain't got to go there to verify that shit. You can take their word for it and let that fucking be. Because shit don't always turn out good. You know what I'm saying? When you investigating all this bullshit, okay? So, that was you girls. Creepy ass story for tonight. Yes. I'm so sorry, Tamika and Lakeisha. I'm so sorry. R.I.P. to y'all characters. We still love y'all though. We still love y'all though. But yeah. Please stop. Don't investigate these places, y'all. Leave this shit alone. Take word for it. You ain't gotta see it. Just take your word for it. Not I'm gonna make it home, okay? Girl, she told me she jumped out of that fucking window. When she looked back, the window was sealed up. And all you can see is your homegirls on the other fucking side beating, screaming for help. Bro, that shit gotta kill you. Knowing that you can't do nothing, you just gotta sit here and watch them be scared and can't get out. And you trying everything to bust the fucking glass, but nothing. Man. That shit still fuck with that girl to this day, y'all. Like, to this day, she still blame herself, saying she could have did more. She shouldn't have left. She should have tried harder. But I feel like if you jumped through that fucking window and broke it when you jumped through, and that shit was sealed back up when you turned around, Nah, baby, you couldn't do nothing about that window. You couldn't do nothing about that door. You couldn't do nothing about that goddamn cabin. It wasn't nothing you could do. But what you did, which was run to get help and hope they were gonna be all right by the time you got back. They ain't find no clothes. They ain't find shit. Like to say Tamika and Lakeisha was gone. Like they ain't find nothing. None of their stuff, no cell phones, no hair bows, no hoodies, nothing. No traces of these fucking girls. All they had was Tay Tay saying the last time she seen them was inside that fucking cabin. No traces of these girls. And that fucking picture showing two girls being consumed by a big black mask. So she said the place was evil and she didn't think it was haunted. She thought it was evil. She said she felt like something satanic was in that fucking cabin. Like, this ain't no Boo Casper the Friendly Ghost type motherfucker. This ain't even a Boo Ghost. Like, she was like, the shit that was going on in there, the temperature changes so fast like that, the sounds, the vibration of the fucking cabin, the way the cabin moves, she like, no. That wasn't no goddamn, I just want to scare them boo type ghost. She felt like that shit was evil. She felt like something sinister was inside that goddamn cabin, and it took her friends. So, Tamika, Lakeisha, I'm so sorry. Y'all didn't make it home, but I hope y'all ladies enjoyed the story time. I greatly appreciate you guys. Let me use y'all as my people to do story time with. So, Tay Tay, it was only Tamika. Tamika, you'll be in story time again, love, and I promise we'll find you this time. We're not gonna lose you the next time. We're gonna keep you safe the next time, okay? But that was you guys' story time. I hope you guys loved it. I will see you guys again soon. Mwah. Y'all know my motto: stay safe, social distance, and don't slap the sleeves off a bitch unless she earns it. I love you guys. Good night.